Yes.
Okay, everybody's gonna be quiet today. That's okay. Hey, I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for taking your time out to join us tonight. And we are going to be talking about how we handle traveling or how we handle being on the road. So let me go ahead and share my screen. Maybe got some of the things going here. Can y'all see that?
Yes.
Okay. So I just have to share with y'all what this is really quickly. This is a picture that Grayson generated. He was learning how to use Canva. And so he was going through all of the different mountain houses he could come up with. And so this was when I found this today, and I just thought it was really pretty because we don't have snow, of course.
It's very beautiful.
It was beautiful. So tonight, like I said, we're going to talk about staying on track while we're on the road. And you have to look at it as an opportunity, right? You have to look at it as an opportunity to learn something new. Um, we're gonna just because we're on a road trip. I know Kelly right now is she's been on a plane today, and I'm sure that it was it hard, Kelly, for you to stay on track today, or were you prepared for it?
I was prepared for
And
sure. It wasn't hard at all, actually.
And the longer that you do it, the better it gets. So just because we're on a road trip, that shouldn't be a problem. We can cook in advance. We can, we can, I carry a small portable cooler with me. Normally, even if I make a trip, and I mean, y'all know I live in the boonies. If I make a trip to Costco, I will take a small ice chest with me, not necessarily for food, but well, for food that I'm buying to bring back, yes, but to for if I need more water or anything like that. I just try to be prepared when I go because when you're prepared, you set yourself up for success. And your future self, you're going to hear us say that all the time. Your future self will thank you for what you're doing today. That's what we want. We would rather our future self thank us than go, you had the opportunity and you just didn't do it. Uh, it makes it really easy when you're on. You don't even have to be traveling. I know that some of our members spend a lot of time away from their homes. They spend a lot of time at work. They spend hours, if not complete days, where they'll leave in the morning and come home late at night. So if you think on the terms of portable food, it'll help, right? You don't have to be in a plane. You don't have to be, 10 hours away. You can be at your job and know that you're going to have a tough week. And if you prepare for that tough week, now you're just going to be so much more happier with yourself. You can make chickpea salad sandwiches, which are amazing. Veggie sandwiches, which if that's one thing that's hard when you start this way of eating is if you're a sandwich eater, it's kind of hard to figure out what kind of sandwiches am I going to eat now. A veggie sandwich with I'll do a hummus spread on it and do some shredded carrots and some shredded cabbage and pickles and onions if you like them. I'm not a big onion fan. Um, just whatever, tomatoes, whatever you like, lettuce, put it on there, and it makes the most beautiful sandwich. But you can make a tofu sandwich, you can make them into wraps. If you're doing things like that, though, make sure that you're using the 100% whole grain bread. One of my favorite breads that I don't buy very often because it's so expensive is Dave's Killer Bread, and they have a lot of different varieties. Their label, all of their packaging are different colors. And so I know that the green is, I believe that that one is the oil free. So always read your labels. But when you make those portable sandwiches, you can wrap those up really tight and throw them in your cooler, and you're ready to go. One thing you need to really try hard is not to skip meals. If you skip your meal, it makes me extra hungry. I don't know about y'all, but it makes me really hungry, and that can also make me really cranky, which is never fun.
And
Yes.
I'll, on that too, I think that it also sometimes sets you up for the mindset of oh, well, I can have extra or I can overindulge in this
Yes.
because I didn't eat lunch today. Or, it really can throw you off track if you skip a meal.
Yeah, and then if we do skip and we think we have a little extra to make up, most of the time we go overboard on that little extra. So uh,
That's right.
something I learned very quickly. I was not working close to home when I started this whole lifestyle, and there was a little grocery store down the street from my job, and you know I lived in fast food lines in my previous life, and I learned the new fast food, and the new fast food are bananas and apples and oranges, right? You can go in the grocery store and get a whole stinking bunch of bananas for half of what it costs to go through a drive-through line. And you're going to get all the nutrients and you're going to get all of the fiber and you're going to get all of that from that fruit that you wouldn't get if you went through the drive-through line. So we kind of just got to learn to think a little differently than we've been trained to all of these years. So remember that.
And your future self will thank you for that decision.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So if we're in the car, some snack ideas, they're raw vegetables, something I never thought I would do. My husband absolutely loves carrot coins, and he will eat those with a sandwich just like chips. They're really good with hummus. You can have broccoli and celery and cherry tomatoes. A cherry tomato with a container of hummus is so good. Cauliflower, all of those things are really good raw. And they hold up really well. And then fruit of all kinds. Be careful if you go for a trail mix that has the dried fruit in it, because they're higher in calories because all of the water has been removed and they're just kind of like a little sugar bomb. So you need to be careful. Bananas and apples, again, of course, nuts and seeds, and you need to do those in small quantities. Because just make sure you stay within your calorie limits if you're doing that. And then non-dairy yogurt, hummus, and then if you're a protein shake kind of person, you can do that. I wouldn't rely on that. You don't want that. You want to chew your food. But if you're in a pinch, you can keep that with you just in case you need it.
Fruit is nature's perfectly packaged to go fruit.
That's right.
I
It's
mean,
it's packaged. All you got to do is open it. And sometimes you don't even have to open it. Sometimes it's just ready to go. Um, Are you in a hotel room that has a kitchenette, Kelly? I'm just gonna put you on the spot.
yes,
Okay.
yes, we are.
When if I have to stay in a hotel, which I do not stay in very often, just because we travel in our van most of the time, and if not, we're in our camper. Um, but recently we did have to stay in a hotel room, and I made sure that we had a refrigerator and a microwave. It wasn't anything fancy. It was just one stacked on top of the other. But that allowed me to go to the Walmart that was across the street and grab some bag salads, I grabbed some canned beans. I did have to buy a can opener because I was very ill prepared and I didn't buy a full top. So look for things like that. But you can buy some wraps and you can have the best meal. It sounds really silly, but it keeps you on track. It'll keep you full, and your future self will thank you. You won't have any regrets and grab some fruit to go with that and have dessert. Have fruit as your dessert. Or, my new thing right now is those frozen I mean not strawberries, the cherries. And so you could grab a bag of those, and if you're in the hotel room with somebody else, y'all can share that and have that as a snack. Have those frozen cherries. They're so good. Um, and while we were gone recently on our trip, one of the people I was traveling with, she ordered pizza, and her pizza came with um, sauce and veggies, and it was beautiful. It was these beautiful roasted vegetables on a crust with, and yes, you are going to get some oil on that, but she ordered it without the. I was very surprised that she ordered it without the cheese, but she did, and it looked so good. And I thought I would do that. I wouldn't do that every day, but if that was in a pinch and I couldn't, our hotel just happened to be across from a Walmart. So that worked out for me. That worked out really well. Again, we're going to talk about being prepared. Um, we have to always think ahead because the makeup of our world is not set up for us to succeed, right? There is I mean, here we're here in Texas. There is a fast food place. There's multiple on every block. Um, so be prepared. Look for those fibrous vegetables. They're always a great choice because they're high in fiber and they're low in calories. So if you're a volume eater, I'm a volume eater. If you're a volume eater, you want to be able to eat those things that will keep you full and not make you feel like you're starving yourself to death. Look for the whole fruits because they're high in fiber. Look for the starchy carbs. They're also really good choices. On my trip, I prepared multiple mason jars of overnight oats. And I did carrot cake overnight oats. So I had shredded the carrots and put those in so I didn't have any fruit that would get mushy. They were so good. I enjoyed those for several days. I had also made some for my husband and he didn't eat his, so I ate his too. Um, that's a really good snack and it holds up really well. Um, Sweet potatoes, cold sweet potatoes are amazing. I don't know if you've ever had those before, but I can just take them out of the refrigerator and take that peel off of them and just eat them like that. My grandkids do the same thing. You have anything you'd like to add, Kelly, or
Of course, was flying, like today, so I didn't pack a cooler on the plane, but like, one of my snacks, I just had a handful of almonds, and then when we got to our location, we went through Chick-fil-A, and you can order the spicy Southwest wrap, and it's on a like a flax whole grain wrap, and just take the cheese off, and it's has like roasted corn, black beans, veggies, and I ate that with some Pete's hot sauce. And I mean, that's a wonderful meal.
I had forgotten about Chick-fil-A. I had, and I used to do that with that hot. I was going to ask if you have the hot sauce on it. Um, a couple of the places that are pretty good to eat at if you're out and you're in a bind is Chipotle. They have a really good, I always get the salad and I normally don't get, they have sofritos, which are tofu, but I normally don't get that. Andy will get that. But that's a really good option when you're, did I lose y'all?
Yeah.
That was weird. I did on my end. We went out. So
Okay.
sweet potatoes, overnight oats. If you have to eat out, like Kelly said, Chick-fil-A has an option. But if you go through Chick-fil-A, just know you'll be tempted by the fries. So remember that. And here you see on the screen, you see strawberries, you see grapes. This is like pita bread, uh, some cucumbers. Again, I would put hummus with that because that hummus is going to make you feel full. And here are those delicious dates that you can put a walnut in and put some peanut butter or some chocolate chips on top. That's always really good. Um, and I like this slide. It's telling me my internet connection is unstable.
That's what I was just going to tell you is you keep freezing,
Yeah.
and your slideshow's not on right now.
Oh. Is that better?
Yes, it's on Keep Your Environment Clean.
Yes.
Okay.
So you see the happy apple and you see the hearts, and you know, there's a way when you're committed. If you are committed, you will figure out how to make it work. Planning is the key, and consistency is the key. So it's worth taking the time to think about where am I going to be today? What am I going to do? What am I next? If you're going to be out of town, what do my next couple days look like? Look ahead. Look at where you're going. Is there going to be a restaurant that you can go to? Know where those grocery stores are. Dr. Greger says, I know when I land in a city, I know where my local Whole Foods is. I know where my local places are that I can go and get food that I can eat. Um, you need to create a plan and then commit to it. Why are you laughing, Kelly?
Well, I'm not. No, you're right. I mean, for sure. And I would even venture as far to say is like before the week starts, traveling or not traveling, just kind of do an overview of what your week looks like, just so you don't have to sit down and plan everything out with pen and paper and know exactly every day or anything like that, but just do a flight, kind of like a flyover and know, oh, okay, on Thursday, come Wednesday, I may need to plan ahead a little bit for that day or whatever. Just kind of have an idea.
So can you see
Yes,
my screen?
yes.
Okay. So have a plan and do not try to wing it. I am the queen of winging it, and it never works out well when it comes to my food. So I'm just saying, be kind to yourself and don't wing it. It takes time to make the changes in your daily habits, and it takes a little while to make those habits stick. You can't expect to make this major lifestyle change and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, yeah, that's what I do. You have to remind yourself that's what you do because there is no quick fix, but you have to start somewhere. And I love this quote from General Patton. A good plan executed now is better than a perfect plan next week, right? Let's take care of ourselves today and plan and be ready. And I have on here that it's better for everyone. So if you're traveling with someone, even if it's your kids, your grandkids, your spouse, really, if you shouldn't eat it, they probably shouldn't be eating it either. And that it's really hard when you are sitting in the car and they're over there eating an ice cream sundae and you're over here eating some cucumbers with some hummus. Be kind, be gentle, do the best you can. Don't expect everybody to follow suit with what you're doing, but try to keep your environment as clean as possible because we want to keep those people around for a little while, the ones that we're traveling with, right? Habits are a powerful force once you harness them to your advantage. Habit is something that we have to work on every day. I shared this in our post today that was talking to Kelly one day last week, and we were just discussing hydration and how hard it is. I get busy and I don't think about it, and she said get something and fill up however much water you need to drink and have it somewhere that you can see it. And I'm absolutely killing it because I see it. And so therefore I'm drinking, right? I've gotten my water in. I've gotten over my water. And I keep showing Andy, this is what planning looks like. And I show him the empty jar. So whatever behavior that we repeat on a daily basis, week after week, will become a habit. It's not easy. It's not necessarily fun. So anyway, I can't encourage you enough to plan for where you're going and what you're doing and what your needs will be while you're there. And if you have something really good, you may plan to take a little extra because whoever you're traveling with, if they get hungry, they're probably going to try to eat your stuff too. So be prepared for you and be prepared for the people that you're with. You have anything to add, Kelly?
I didn't actually hear what you said. I think you were kind of frozen, but I think just being more mindful, and I think that's where it starts. I mean, none of us are perfect, and you may not hit your nutrition 100% of the day, but if you're mindful of it and you think about it, then that's the beginning to changing habits and changing course. And so I think just keeping it top of mind and small little habit changes done with consistency can equal powerful results over time.
And take that opportunity to go out and take a walk, right? Take the people that you're with, go and explore wherever you're at. Even if when Andy and I are just on the way somewhere and we stop, we always try to find a park to go to, and that way we kind of get to explore the neighborhood and see what that town looks like, and that's always a lot of fun. We normally meet people there. It's just fun to see what other people do that aren't where we are necessarily. So I encourage you to Do the very best you can. Know that, I'm gonna look at my message from you, Kelly. Are we gone? Okay, apparently I'm having a hard time with my connection. So I guess we'll go ahead and end it. I do encourage you to do the very best you can. Don't beat yourself up. Be kind to yourself about your food. Be as prepared as you can, and just enjoy it because um, it's worth it. It's worth it. So sorry about the internet connection. That's really strange. That never happens here. So um, anyway, we'll wrap it up. Kelly, do you have anything else to add?
Thank you very much. I think these were all really good points tonight.
I have a couple of brands, and I'll put that in our app so you can see just a couple of things that we've used in the past that's been helpful for us while we've traveled. And so I'll share that there, and you'll have them. So anyway, thank y'all for joining us tonight. Sorry about the connection, and we'll see y'all next week. Thanks, guys.